Good Saturday afternoon, everybody. It is Saturday, September 28th. Well, my little night out with my son. Let's just say I need to be more mindful when I go out to eat. I knew I was going to have a gain because anytime I go out to eat to a restaurant, that sodium just clings to my body. I'm not worried. I was back up over 200 today. But I'm not worried. I know that it's manageable and I'm going to get it right back down. And somebody made the comment on my Wonderland video that not to get discouraged if I bounce up and down for a little bit. So I'm taking your advice. I'm not going to get discouraged. I know it's because I went out to eat last night. I am really on track again today. So I'm not going to stress out. I know that whatever I put on last night is going to come right back off. So anyway, I'm on my way to Kroger's because I was looking through some of my older recipes. Just kind of want to change things up. I don't get my pension check till Tuesday, so I can't grocery shop really. But I'm out of bananas, and that nice cream is keeping me afloat at night. It's taken away my snacking stuff. It's because for some reason it's satisfying me, and I found enough ways to make it interesting, you know. Anyway, I need bananas for something else. I was going through some of my old recipes, and I found the recipe that I made a while ago when I was in Idaho. An oatmeal banana breakfast cookie, and I got the recipe from Carrie over at Weight Watchers with Carrie. So I looked it up in my recipe tracker, a recipe builder, and I decided I'm going to make some of those breakfast cookies to use as a crumble on my yogurt in the morning, maybe, and maybe just to have with my eggs. But it's 1 point, so it's a lot less points than the granola I was putting on there. And yeah, so I want to get the bananas, and I'm getting low on oats anyway, so I want to get the oats too. I'm going to go to the post office first and check my mail, and then I'm going to head to Kroger. So I've had breakfast, lunch, and a snack so far today, and I'm only at 8 points. And I know I'm going to have a low point dinner. Oh, that's the other thing. I wanted to pick up some frozen broccoli. I'm going to have a low point dinner, so I'm going to be struggling to get those points in today. I mean, the one I've had is good points. I had a nice bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, and I didn't eat until late because I did a wedding setup this morning, so I was gone for a while, and came home, and then I ate my breakfast, started watching my Oklahoma Sooners, and then I decided to have a snack, and then after halftime I had my lunch. So I'm going to eat dinner, probably around 6 o'clock. And maybe I'll make some more nice cream tonight. I'm thinking about maybe some peanut butter. I cannot, my Kroger's, I don't know if yours does or not, my Kroger and my Walmart do not carry the Lily's chips. So I'm gonna look maybe for some other unsweetened chocolate chip while I'm at Kroger. I don't know if I will be able to or not, but the Lily's chips, they carry some Lily's items, but not their chocolate chips. Because I was thinking that would be good in that nice cream. Barrett Pastor, if you know how to make that type of ice cream, let me know. To think about what kind, I mean, it's really just vanilla flavoring with the chocolate chips and maybe a little bit of cinnamon or nutmeg, I think. Anyway, maybe I'll work on that. I'm gonna go. Ohio State plays at 7:30 tonight, so I want to have my dinner out of the way by then. And of course, I don't like to eat after 7 o'clock, which was another issue I had last night. It was late. We didn't get to the restaurant until 8 o'clock. So, and you know, really, I had no business eating because number one, I wasn't hungry, and I'd already eaten my dinner. So I had 2 dinners yesterday that I didn't need. Live and learn. So I'm gonna order another bushel of tomatoes for Thursday, and I'll be canning more tomatoes next week. So hopefully I'll be able to do my orientation on Thursday, which they told me they normally do their orientations on Thursdays at Walmart. Get that out of the way so I can start getting on the schedule. But they have to wait for my background check to come back in, so they probably won't get that till Monday or Tuesday, and then they'll call me to schedule the orientation. But I did fill out all my orientation documents online, so that's good. Got that. Everything that I had to do, you know, pre-employment, I've done. And I'm certain that my P-test isn't going to show anything, because the only thing I take is my blood pressure medicine, so. And I only take one of those a day. But they're real particular about that drug test. You know, you have to lock your purse up. Can't take anything in the bathroom with you. You're not even allowed to flush the toilet when you're done. So, and there's no trash can in there or anything. Anyway, I guess you have to check all the angles out. So, tomorrow I'm not quite sure everything I'm going to do. It sounds as though I'm not going to see my brother until we're going to lunch on Monday. Which is good. I'm glad we're doing lunch instead of dinner. Because usually at a restaurant, lunch is much, much more manageable for me as far as eating light, because I eat a late breakfast, so lunchtime rolls around and I'm not hungry, and I have my point value already set, so whatever restaurant I go to, I can stay in that point value. And I would imagine we're probably going to go to Bob Evans, so that's doable. I've been avoiding the Halloween candy aisles. Not that I'm really, I mean, I can live without the Halloween candy. There are certain types of Halloween candy I really like the Whoppers, you know, the little malted milk balls. I could do damage on that. And the little Snicker bars. I could probably eat a whole bag of those. But anymore, if I eat too much sugar, it just makes me feel terrible. And even some things that are normally in my diet, like today when I was eating my turkey sandwich, I got to thinking, this really tastes salty to me. So, and that slice of Velveeta cheese, the same thing. It's just all of a sudden I'm tasting the salt. Because I don't eat a lot of salt. You know, I add salt to my eggs, but you know, not like I used to. My gosh, I can think of all the salt that I used to use on my food, like popcorn, and I don't use salted butter anymore. So it's just that, you know, my taste buds now are picking up the salt content in everything. So I'm just wondering, does that happen to you also? So the same thing, the salt and the sweet, it just, the sweet actually almost immediately gives me a headache if I'm eating anything that has a high sugar content in it. So I guess that's positive change, right? So, and even some foods that I eat, I can taste sweetness in it. The ketchup that I use now is the 50% less sodium ketchup. So the salt content has come down in the ketchup, but I can still taste the sweet. I think I need to go back to making my own ketchup. So that's another thing. I'm out of mustard. I just happened to think of that. Tuesday. I'm going grocery shopping on Tuesday. So I'm going to start working on my meal plan for next week. But I'm revisiting some old menus again to, kind of switch it up, because the last 3 weeks my menus, they've been varied, but yet they've been the same. So they're pretty much based off of this meat sale I got when I was at Kroger the one time. So, all right, well, I'm at the post office and I'm just kind of rambling anyway. So let me show you everything I've had to eat today, and then we'll talk later. For my breakfast on this Saturday, I'm having oatmeal, which is 4 points. There's 40 grams of oatmeal, 40 grams dry, half a cup of blueberries for 0 points. I've got half a cup or 120 milliliters of unsweetened almond milk for 0 points. I also have 60 milliliters of sugar-free maple syrup in here, which is also 0 points. It's about a quarter of a cup. So 4 points in my oatmeal breakfast, and 2 points for my cream in my coffee. So it's a 6-point breakfast. All right, my mid-morning snack here. I have one serving of Chobani yogurt, which is 3/4 of a cup, or 170 grams, which is what I weighed out, 170 grams. Non-fat Greek yogurt. And 1 apple, which weighed out at 119 grams. And I sprinkled some apple pie spice in this, and also put about a tablespoon of stevia on it. This is a 0-point snack. For lunch, I just made a turkey wrap. I have 1 Olé Extreme Wellness tortilla for 1 point. On this, I've got 1 slice of Velveeta for 1 point, 2 ounces of the Oscar Mayer deli turkey for 1 point, and 1 tablespoon of Miracle Whip Light for 1 point. So 4 points in my wrap, 0 points for my pepper slices. So it is a 4-point lunch. My afternoon snack today, I have a pear that I just picked off the tree. I ate part of it on the way back up to my apartment. 0 points for the pear, 1 point for the light cheese steak. Cheese stick. Not cheese steak. So it's a 1-point snack. My dinner tonight is about 3.5 ounces of turkey or chicken breast, 0 points. I have 17 grams of my candied jalapeno for 1 point. My tomato and onion slices are 0, and broccoli is 0, but I do have 4 grams of butter on that for 1 point. So my dinner is 2 points. This takes me up to 11 points today. Here is my dessert. This is the nice cream with PB2 in it. It's 2 points for this whole thing. And it tastes really good. Now, I probably could have let this freeze for a little bit longer, but I really want it, so I'm eating it now. Well, after I tracked my dessert, I realized I only had 13 points today. I have 10 points left. I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat anything else. Maybe this will make up for what I did last night at the restaurant. So, stayed on plan today. I have not had one thing that was not on my schedule, or one thing that was not on my plan. So, I think I did switch up my dinner, because originally I had pork chops on my menu for tonight, but I had pork chop last night, And I had chicken on the schedule last night, but that would have given me chicken 2 nights in a row. I didn't want that, so I just flipped it. Tonight I had the chicken. And so I'm back. I guess, I have to allow myself times to go out and have a meal with my family that maybe isn't exactly what I had planned, but that's why they call it freestyle, because you're free to do those type of things. And so it's a mindset. I need to stop feeling guilty when I do things like that. So because especially when your kids get older, it's so few and far between that I get to really spend time with them. And it was nice because it was one-on-one with my son last night. So I'm going to just forgive myself for that little restaurant binge and then move on. So tomorrow my son from Lima is coming up, and I'm getting a new roommate. Not my son. This one has 4 paws and goes meow. I'm getting my cat back. After I moved out, after I had to move out of the condo, I couldn't take the cat with me out to Idaho. So I'm getting my Harvey cat back tomorrow. I don't know that he'll be happy. I'm sure Molly's not going to be happy. But I've missed having a cat. So we'll see how that goes. It will be an adjustment period, so I'm glad I'm not back to work yet, because it'll give everybody a time to adjust to having him here and him being here and having the 2 animals. So if I can find a picture, I'll put a picture of Harvey at the end. But yeah, he's a big kitty. Molly. And he doesn't bark. Molly barks whenever anybody comes in the driveway. So, but that's what she's supposed to do. She's a good watchdog. I'm waiting for my second game to come on now. Watched Oklahoma earlier today. They won. Wasn't quite sure they were going to do as well as what they ended up doing, because I think they kind of had a slow start. So Ohio State plays here in about half an hour. And so I'll be watching that game. Right now, I've got my dessert in the freezer. So you're actually going to see this dessert before you see this part of the video. But it's really, really smelled good. I made that in ice cream again, and I added some PB2. So the points are higher. But I don't care. I had the points, and I've already tracked it. So, anyway, I was going back and forth. Do I want to have that, or do I want to have popcorn? And I decided I've had enough bread/grain today, because I had oatmeal for breakfast and I had that wrap for lunch. So I decided to go with the ice cream instead. So I'll watch that while I'm cheering on my Buckeyes. And then tomorrow, I'll show you everything that I eat tomorrow. I don't have any plans tomorrow. I'm not going to make it to church tomorrow because I have family plans. So I'll be able to record everything that I eat tomorrow too. I don't know what's on the schedule for tomorrow. I haven't looked at it yet. Other than I think I have a brothel for breakfast. So I think, you know what? Maybe not. I know I'm out of pumpkin. So maybe I'll make it with applesauce instead of pumpkin. That might work. I use applesauce a lot when I bake anyway. So I'll try that. See if the applesauce works as well in that. So I'll either have a brothel or a chaffle tomorrow. But I'm thinking the brothel. So,
And then tomorrow I'm going to do my like I said, I'm going to do my meal planning for next week. I'm going to go to the grocery store Tuesday because Tuesday is the day I get my pension. So I'll be able to shop that day. So I'll get my list made tomorrow and get that all prepped up. So, Molly, stop. Anyway, that's it for me today. You know what? I got so warm today. The one time I went out and I walked Molly around, I thought, my gosh, I got to get these long pants off. So I took my jeans off and put shorts on, and I just took her out, and the sun's going down now, and I had to put on a jacket. I got so cold, but it's my Buckeye jacket, so I have my Oklahoma shirt on underneath this, so it's my game day apparel. So I see Michigan pulled one out of their butts today. They played Rutgers, you know. Everybody expected them to win. And plus, it was a home game for them. We'll see how Ohio State does on the road tonight. I think they have a tough game ahead of them. They're playing Nebraska. So, anyway, I'm going to let you go so I can get ready for the game. And I'm going to pull my dessert out of the freezer and enjoy that. I'll show it to you before I eat it. But, or by now you've seen it. You've seen it before I ate it. Anyway, that's it. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. You guys have a great night. Stay safe and go Bucks.